Hey everybody, nerds drink whiskey. We are speaking with Taste of Provence and Chef Christophe.
Yes, my name is Christophe. I'm the owner of Taste of Provence and Christophe LLC, bartending and event management.
Excellent. Now, we're here at Proof of Washington, and we're tasting all kinds of whiskeys. You've got a bunch of delicious chocolate and apple something.
We have a shot of Provençal chili tomato soup, and we have a shot of chocolate mousse with vanilla whipped cream and a crunch of chocolate on top.
So, what whiskey would you say pairs best with these?
I will have with the rye whiskey and a sip of my chocolate mousse. I will go with that. Just like a little bit of rock and just sip it and have a chocolate and vanilla. I will love that personally.
And the tomato, did you say?
That's a tomato. I will something with maybe something lighter. Like maybe light whiskey. That's probably maybe on the rock, a little bit chill, because the tomato soup is very chill. Something is on same pattern. That's
okay. So maybe something like that's more 80 proof. Maybe not necessarily a bourbon, but something that's not quite a white dog, but in between that and a bourbon.
I'm agree with that.
Okay.
You take the word from my mouth.
Excellent. So now, out of these, which one do you think we should try on the air?
On the air, definitely my chocolate mousse. That's really that's the big thing.
That is the thing you're most proud of.
Yes, I am.
All right. So we're gonna try a little bit of chocolate mousse. And let's see if I can do this and hold the microphone.
Wait, hold the mic?
How talented am I?
You can do it.
Skills, baby. Didn't drop a thing. All right, this is Nerds Drink Whiskey. We're going to head off to a distillery and thank Chef Christophe of Taste of Provence. Make sure and we'll have the show notes. We'll have their web address and check them out for catering and all that kind of stuff.
Up in a food truck in West Seattle.
Excellent. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Au revoir.
All right, hey everybody, Nerds Drink Whiskey. We're here at Proof Washington, and we are speaking with Whidbey Island Distillery. And we're about to taste the rye. What kind of information you want to give on that?
Well, we're about to taste our flagship bunker rye. It's 51% rye, 49% barley. We do everything from grain to glass, and we do this really unique continuous distillation on this single column continuous still that Steve, our owner, built for us. Steve is a retired rocket scientist, so for nerds, it's right up your alley. But it's a really clean distillation, and then we age it in a unique way as well. So it drinks almost like a single malt meets a rye with all the barley content in there, and we do a blend of new oak with old oak to kind of round out the flavor as well.
Excellent.
Okay, so we get a really unique nose. You'll smell that vanilla caramel and banana on the nose. Really fruity up front, and you get more of a spicy back end. The sweet vanilla caramel is from this darker oak that we're using. The banana is more of an estern fermentation, the way we ferment our whiskey mash. So nice and clean on the palate, but good character, sweet and spicy.
If you haven't had them before, I would start with this one.
It definitely finishes like a rye.
Exactly.
Yeah, very strong finish, very subtle initial taste. Very interesting mouthfeel. What's your feel?
It's exactly like you said. It smells like vanilla and bananas and caramel, and then it's spicy when you drink it. It's strong on the back end. It's really good.
Yep. All right, cool. And since we are Nerds Drink Whiskey, the final question we're trying to remember to ask is, what is the nerdiest thing about you?
Oh gosh, I'm our general manager, and I still have to log everything in Excel daily. Which is pretty nerdy, I think, but we like to use it.
My wife does spreadsheets for a living, so that's pretty nerdy. Yeah, all right. Thank you very much for speaking with us today. And all right, and now we're going to try a food pairing with one of the wonderful chefs here. So be back in a second with some great food pairing. All right, hey everybody, Nerds Drink Whiskey. We're speaking here with Belly Speak Catering about food pairing. This is a distillers conference, so we're talking with people, and we're a whiskey podcast, so we want to know, what would your recommendations, what is it we're eating here, and what kind of whiskey do you think would be good to pair it with? What kind of whiskey would be good to pair?
Gin. We're pairing it with gin, so I don't know what kind of whiskey we would pair it with. Yeah,
So
Huh? We're pairing it with gin, Sea Bishop gin. Yeah, so we're pairing it with gin that has a house-made elderflower cordial and fresh tarragon. So, and then we're pairing, this is our crostini with house-made ricotta, apricot lavender jam, ham, and basil.
So if somebody had a good American bourbon, is there a food that you would recommend?
Oh, a good American bourbon. I would eat American bourbon. Like personally, something I might make would be like chicken and waffles. I have a really delicious chicken and waffles that I make with like chicken thighs. Maybe do like a glaze on there with some of the bourbon and some like honey or something like that. Yeah.
And we are Nerds Drink Whiskey. So what is the nerdiest thing about you?
The nerdiest thing about me. Oh, I don't know. What's the nerdiest thing? I don't know. I don't know. I can't think of something.
We have outed somebody as not a nerd.
I think I'm just trying to think of what I can say that makes me nerdy.
She loves food. You know everything about food.
Maybe okay, I'm a food nerd, I guess.
You're a food nerd?
Does that count?
Now see, I think the word foodie has been overdone. So I think the former foodies should now be called food nerd.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. I'm a food nerd. Yeah.
Foodie is so passé now.
Yeah, definitely not a foodie. A food nerd, though. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right, thank you for speaking with Nerds Drink Whiskey. Sound Spirits, speaking with them about Madame
Damnable.
Madame Damnable. Now that's quite an interesting name.
Yeah, she was an early Seattle settler. She could curse in 5 languages. And
I like her already.
And ran Seattle's first hotel. So she was generally known for being an ornery old cuss and just loved the name. She's buried on Capitol Hill.
That is definitely a name for a whiskey. So, all right. Now, other than the history, can you tell us what we're about to consume?
Yeah, so this is a 3-year-old single malt. It's made with 100% Washington malted barley, aged in a 33-gallon New American Oak No. 3 char barrel. So on the palate, it kind of sits where a Highland malt Scotch. You might imagine if it was married to a new American Oak barrel instead of a used bourbon barrel. So you get more toasty oak, more vanilla and char, but no peat, because there's no peated malted barley.
Okay. All right, so here we go with Madame Damnable.
It's not chill filtered. It's not chill filtered, and so you'll notice it's actually really soft. 88 proof.
Oh, 88. 88 proof, okay.
I gotta ask, because I always do, are you planning on opening it?
That is a very mild finish. Kind of a long finish. Mild but long finish. But packs just enough of a kick to let you know it's there, but not overpowering.
Yeah, I could definitely taste the char in the barrel. The oakiness has a good bit of that, and but the notes are like nice and mild, and then it kind of has that kick. But it's really good. I like Scotch, and I really like this. So.
And now, where can, other than coming to your distillery, where can people pick this up?
That is it. It's such a small batch. We only put it back a barrel every other month, so you actually have to get it at the distillery. So we're over in Inner Bay, 1630 15th Avenue West in Seattle.
Okay. So definitely, you guys have to definitely be on the map for the tourists when they come from out of state.
Yes, sirree.
All right. Thank you very much. And the last question. What is the nerdiest thing about you?
What is the nerdiest thing about me? I'm a Boeing engineer.
Engineer, that's pretty nerdy. All right. Thank you very much for speaking with us.